English learners! Welcome back to Voice of English. My name is Lisa, and I'm thrilled you've joined me today for something truly special. This is your daily space to practice, learn, and speak English with me. And today we're diving into one of the most powerful tools in the English language, phrasal verbs. In today's session, we're going to spend the next 2 hours together exploring the phrasal verbs that native speakers use constantly in real conversations. These aren't just grammar exercises. These are the secret keys to sounding natural and fluent in English. You and I will practice together in a relaxed, friendly way, just like two friends having a chat over coffee. Don't worry about making mistakes or speaking perfectly. The beauty of learning phrasal verbs is that they make your English sound more natural and conversational. So grab your favorite drink, find a comfortable spot, and let's embark on this exciting journey together. I'll speak clearly and at a comfortable pace, and I encourage you to repeat after me. Practice out loud and really make these phrasal verbs your own. Are you ready? Let's dive in! But first, let me explain why phrasal verbs are so amazing. Phrasal verbs are combinations of a verb and one or two particles, usually prepositions or adverbs. What makes them special is that together, they create completely new meanings. For example, look means to see, but look up means to search for information. Look after means to take care of. And look forward to means to anticipate with excitement. Native speakers use phrasal verbs all the time because they're shorter, more informal, and often more expressive than their formal equivalents. Instead of saying, "I need to investigate this problem," a native speaker would say, "I need to look into this problem." It sounds more natural and conversational. Let's start with some of the most common phrasal verbs you'll hear every single day. I'll give you the phrasal verb, explain what it means, use it in a sentence, and then you can practice saying it yourself. Wake up. This means to stop sleeping or to become conscious. I wake up at 7 a.m. every morning. Now you try. Tell me what time you wake up. You can say, "I wake up at 6 a.m. or whatever time works for you." Perfect. Get up. This means to rise from bed or from a sitting position. After I wake up, I get up and brush my teeth. The difference is subtle. Wake up is about becoming conscious. Get up is about the physical action of rising. Now you try using both. I wake up at 7. But I don't get up until 7:30. Turn on and turn off. These mean to start or stop a machine or device. I turn on the TV to watch the news. I always turn off the lights before leaving the room. Practice this. I turn on my computer in the morning and turn it off at night. Try it with different devices. Your phone, the radio, the air conditioner. Put on and take off. These relate to clothing. I put on my jacket because it's cold. I take off my shoes when I enter the house. Now practice. I put on a sweater and take off my hat. Try describing what you're wearing now and what you might put on or take off later. Let's move to some phrasal verbs about daily routines. These are incredibly useful because everyone talks about their daily activities. Clean up. This means to tidy or organize. I clean up the kitchen after cooking dinner. You can also say, clean up after yourself, which means to tidy up your own mess. Practice saying, I always clean up my room on weekends. Pick up. This has several meanings, but commonly means to collect something or someone. I pick up groceries on my way home. My mom picks me up from school. It can also mean to learn something quickly. Children pick up languages easily. Try using it. I need to pick up milk from the store. Drop off. This means to deliver someone or something to a place. I drop off my kids at school before going to work. Can you drop off this package at the post office? Practice. I'll drop you off at the station. Show up. This means to arrive or appear, often unexpectedly. My friend always shows up without calling first. I hope he shows up on time for the meeting. Try it. What time did you show up to work today? Now let's practice a conversation using these phrasal verbs. I'll start, and you can respond. Remember to use phrasal verbs in your answers. What time do you usually wake up? You can answer, I wake up at 6:30, but I don't get up until 7. What's the first thing you do when you get up? You might say, I turn on my phone and check my messages. Do you pick up anything on your way to work? You could respond, yes, I usually pick up coffee and sometimes pick up groceries. Excellent practice. Now let's explore phrasal verbs related to communication and social interactions. These are essential for real conversations. Call up. This means to telephone someone. I'll call you up tonight to discuss our plans. In casual conversation, we often just say call, but call up is very common too. Practice. I need to call up my doctor to make an appointment. Hang up. This means to end a phone call. She got angry and hung up on me. Please don't hang up. I need to tell you something important. Try it. I accidentally hung up on my boss during our meeting. Speak up. This means to talk louder or to express your opinion. Could you speak up? I can't hear you. You should speak up if you disagree with something. Practice. I need to speak up more during meetings. Bring up. This means to mention a topic or to raise a subject. Don't bring up politics at dinner. She brought up an interesting point about climate change. Try using it. I want to bring up something important with you. Come across. This means to find something by chance or to seem a certain way. I came across an old photo while cleaning. He comes across as very confident, but he's actually shy. Practice. I came across your message and wanted to respond. Let's have another conversation practice. I'll bring up different topics, and you respond using phrasal verbs. I tried calling you yesterday, but nobody answered. You might respond, sorry, I must have missed it. Did you hang up or leave a message? I want to bring up something with our manager about the schedule. You could say, you should definitely speak up about that. When will you call him up? I came across this interesting article about learning languages. You might respond, that sounds great. Can you bring it up at our next study session? Now let's move to phrasal verbs about work and business. These are crucial for professional conversations. Set up. This means to arrange or establish something. We need to set up a meeting for next week. I'm setting up a new email account. It can also mean to organize or arrange. Can you help me set up the conference room? Practice. I need to set up my new office. Follow up. This means to continue with something or to check on progress. I'll follow up with you next week about the project. Don't forget to follow up on that email. Try it. I should follow up with my job interview from last week. Back up. This means to support someone or to make copies of data. My team always backs me up during difficult meetings. Don't forget to back up your computer files. Practice both meanings. My colleagues back me up, and I always back up my work. Fill out. This means to complete a form or document. Please fill out this application form. I need to fill out my tax forms this weekend. Try it. I have to fill out several forms for my new job. Hand in. This means to submit or give something to someone in authority. Students must hand in their assignments by Friday. I need to hand in my resignation letter. Practice. When do we need to hand in our reports? Look into. This means to investigate or research something. I'll look into the problem and get back to you. We're looking into new software options. Try it. I need to look into better insurance plans. Let's practice a workplace conversation. I'll start, and you respond using these phrasal verbs. We need to arrange a team meeting. You might say, I can set up a conference room for Tuesday. Should I follow up with everyone about their availability? There's an issue with the project timeline. You could respond, I'll look into it today and hand in a revised schedule tomorrow. Did you complete your expense report? You might answer, yes, I filled it out yesterday. I should back up the receipts on my computer too. Now let's explore phrasal verbs about problem solving and dealing with challenges. These are incredibly useful in both personal and professional situations. Figure out. This means to understand or solve something. I can't figure out how to use this new software. Let me figure out what went wrong. This is extremely common in everyday English. Practice. I'm trying to figure out the best route to the airport. Work out. This has multiple meanings. To exercise, to solve a problem, or to be successful. I work out at the gym 3 times a week. Let's work out a solution together. I hope everything works out well for you. Try all 3 meanings. I work out every morning, then work out any problems at work, and hope my plans work out. Sort out. This means to organize or resolve something. I need to sort out my closet this weekend. Can you help me sort out this confusion? Practice. I have to sort out my schedule for next week. Deal with. This means to handle or manage something. I don't know how to deal with difficult customers. She's good at dealing with stress. Try it. I need to learn how to deal with public speaking anxiety. Give up. This means to quit or stop trying. Don't give up on your dreams. I gave up smoking last year. Use it. I'll never give up learning English. Let's practice a problem-solving conversation. I'm having trouble with this math problem. You might respond, don't give up. Let's work out the solution together. I'm sure we can figure it out. I'm stressed about my job interview tomorrow. You could say, you need to deal with that anxiety. Try to work out beforehand and get over your nervousness. My computer keeps crashing. You might answer, you should sort out those files and back everything up. Maybe you need to look into getting it repaired. Now let's move to phrasal verbs about relationships and social situations. These will make your conversation sound much more natural. Get along. This means to have a good relationship with someone. I get along well with my coworkers. Do you get along with your neighbors? Practice. It's important to get along with your family. Fall out. This means to have an argument or stop being friends. They fell out over money issues. I hope we don't fall out over this disagreement. Try it. Best friends sometimes fall out, but they usually make up later. Make up. This means to reconcile after an argument. After their fight, they made up quickly. I need to make up with my sister after our argument. Practice. It's always better to make up than to stay angry. Run into Baum. This means to meet someone unexpectedly. I ran into my old teacher at the supermarket. Did you run into anyone interesting today? Try it. I hope I run into some friends at the party tonight. Look after. This means to take care of someone or something. I look after my elderly grandmother. Can you look after my plants while I'm away? Practice. Parents look after their children, and children should look after their parents when they're older. Take after. This means to resemble someone, usually a family member. She takes after her mother in personality. I take after my father in appearance. Try it. Who do you take after in your family? Let's have a relationship conversation. How do you get along with your new roommate? You might respond, "We get along great. We never fall out because we always make up quickly if there's a problem." I ran into Sarah yesterday. You could say, "Really? How is she doing?" I heard she's looking after her new baby. You look just like your dad. You might answer, "Everyone says I take after him, but I think I take after my mom in personality." Now let's explore phrasal verbs about learning and education. Perfect for English learners like you. Look up. This means to search for information. I always look up new words in the dictionary. You can look up anything on the internet these days. This is essential for language learning. Practice. I need to look up the meaning of this phrase. Write down. This means to record information on paper or digitally. Let me write down your phone number. I write down new vocabulary in my notebook. Try it. You should write down important information during meetings. Go over. This means to review or examine something. Let's go over the lesson one more time. I need to go over my notes before the exam. Practice. We should go over the pronunciation of these words. Keep up. This means to maintain the same pace or level. I'm trying to keep up with the advanced class. It's hard to keep up with all the homework. Try it. Don't worry if you can't keep up at first. Practice makes perfect. Catch up. This means to reach the same level as others or to get current information. I need to catch up on my reading. Let me catch up with what happened in yesterday's class. Practice. I'll catch up with you after I finish this lesson. Pick up. We learned this earlier, but it also means to learn something quickly. Children pick up languages faster than adults. I'm trying to pick up some Spanish phrases. Try it. You'll pick up these phrasal verbs quickly with practice. Let's practice a learning conversation. I missed yesterday's English class. You might say, "Don't worry, I can help you catch up. Let's go over the main points together. I can't keep up with all these new phrasal verbs." You could respond, just write down the most important ones and look up their meanings. You'll pick them up gradually. I forgot how to use get along. You might answer, let me look it up and we'll go over some examples together. Now let's explore phrasal verbs about travel and movement. These are incredibly useful for everyday situations. Set off. This means to begin a journey. We set off early to avoid traffic. What time should we set off tomorrow? Practice. I like to set off on road trips in the morning. Take off. Besides removing clothes, this means to depart for planes or to leave quickly. The plane takes off at 3 p.m. He took off without saying goodbye. Try both meanings. I took off my jacket before the plane took off. Get on and get off. These mean to board and leave transportation. I get on the bus at the corner. Don't forget to get off at the next stop. Practice. I get on the train downtown and get off near my office. Check in and check out. These relate to hotels or registration. We can check into the hotel after 3 p.m. Don't forget to check out before 11 a.m. Try it. I need to check in online for my flight. Drop by. This means to visit casually without an appointment. Feel free to drop by anytime. I'll drop by your office later. Practice. Why don't you drop by for coffee this afternoon? Head back. This means to return or go back to a place. It's getting late. We should head back home. I need to head back to the office after lunch. Try it. What time should we head back from the beach? Let's practice a travel conversation. What time should we set off for the airport? You might respond, let's set off at 8 a.m. We need to check in 2 hours before the plane takes off. I'll drop by the hotel to check in first. You could say, good idea. Then we can head back to explore the city. When do we get on the tour bus? You might answer, we get on at 9 a.m. and get off at the museum around noon. Let's move to phrasal verbs about emotions and feelings. These add depth to your conversations. Cheer up. This means to become happier or to make someone happier. Cheer up. Things will get better. That funny movie always cheers me up. Practice. I try to cheer up my friends when they're sad. Calm down. This means to become less angry or excited. Please calm down and tell me what happened. I need to calm down before the presentation. Try it. Take deep breaths to help you calm down. Break down. This can mean to stop working, machines, or to become very upset. My car broke down on the highway. She broke down crying when she heard the news. Practice both meanings. My computer broke down and I almost broke down too. Lighten up. This means to become less serious or to relax. You need to lighten up and have some fun. The atmosphere lightened up after everyone started laughing. Try it. Don't take everything so seriously. Lighten up a little. Open up. This means to share personal feelings or thoughts. It's hard for him to open up about his problems. She finally opened up about her fears. Practice. It's healthy to open up to friends and family. Bottle up. This means to keep emotions inside without expressing them. Don't bottle up your feelings. Talk to someone. He bottles up his anger until he explodes. Try it. It's not good to bottle up stress. Let's practice an emotional conversation. You seem upset about something. You might respond, I've been bottling up my feelings about work. I should probably open up and talk about it. The meeting was really stressful today. You could say, you need to calm down and try to lighten up. Don't let work break you down. I'm feeling really sad lately. You might answer, I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything I can do to cheer you up? Now let's explore phrasal verbs about money and shopping. These are practical for everyday life. Pay back. This means to return borrowed money. I'll pay you back next week. Don't forget to pay back your student loan. Practice. I always pay back money I borrow from friends. Save up. This means to gradually collect money for something. I'm saving up for a new car. How long will it take to save up enough money? Try it. I'm saving up for a vacation to Europe. Spend on. This means to use money to buy something. I spend too much money on clothes. What do you usually spend your money on? Practice. I try not to spend too much on eating out. Shop around. This means to compare prices at different stores. Always shop around before making a big purchase. I shopped around for the best phone deal. Try it. You should shop around for car insurance. Splash out. This means to spend a lot of money on something special. Let's splash out on a nice dinner tonight. I splashed out on a designer handbag. Practice. Sometimes it's nice to splash out on yourself. Cut back. This means to reduce spending or consumption. I need to cut back on my expenses. We're cutting back on unnecessary purchases. Try it. I'm cutting back on coffee shop visits to save money. Let's practice a money conversation. I need to save up for a new laptop. You might respond, you should cut back on eating out and shop around for the best deals. I borrowed money from my brother last month. You could say, don't forget to pay him back on time. It's important to keep your promises. I really want those expensive shoes. You might answer, maybe you should save up first instead of splashing out right now. Now let's look at phrasal verbs for daily activities and routines. These make your English sound more natural. Tidy up. This means to clean and organize. I need to tidy up my room before guests arrive. Let's tidy up the living room together. Practice. I always tidy up my desk before starting work. Use up. This means to consume completely. We used up all the milk. We need to buy more. Don't use up all the hot water. Try it. I used up all my phone battery today. Stock up. This means to buy a large quantity of something. Let's stock up on groceries before the storm. I always stock up on supplies at the beginning of school. Practice. I need to stock up on winter clothes. Run out. This means to have no more left. We ran out of coffee this morning. I hope we don't run out of time to finish the project. Try it. My car ran out of gas on the highway. Put away. This means to store something in its proper place. Please put away your toys after playing. I need to put away the groceries. Practice. I always put away my clothes after washing them. Throw away. This means to discard or dispose of something. Don't throw away those old photos. I need to throw away this broken chair. Try it. We should throw away expired food from the refrigerator. Let's practice a household conversation. The kitchen is really messy. You might respond, let's tidy it up together. We should put away the dishes and throw away any old food. We need to go grocery shopping. You could say, yes, we ran out of almost everything. Let's stock up on essentials and use up what we have first. I can't find my keys anywhere. You might answer, did you put them away in the usual place? Let's tidy up and look for them. Let's explore phrasal verbs about technology and modern life. These are increasingly important. Log in to These mean to enter and exit a computer system or website. I can't log into my email account. Don't forget to log out when you're finished. Practice. I log into social media every morning and log out before bed. Sign up. This means to register for something. I want to sign up for that online course. Did you sign up for the newsletter? Try it. I'm thinking of signing up for a gym membership. Download and upload. These mean to get files from the internet and send files to the internet. I need to download that app. Can you upload the photos to the cloud? Practice. I download music and upload my videos to share with friends. Boot up Kakchanalan. Shut down. These mean to start and turn off a computer. My computer takes forever to boot up. Remember to shut down your computer properly. Try it. I boot up my laptop first thing in the morning and shut it down at night. Backup. We learned this earlier, but it's crucial for technology. Always back up your important files. I back up my photos every week. Practice. You should back up your work regularly in case something goes wrong. Zoom in. And zoom out. These mean to make something appear larger or smaller on screen. Can you zoom in on that part of the map? Zoom out so we can see the whole picture. Try it. I need to zoom in to read this small text. Let's practice a technology conversation. I can't access my account. You might respond, try logging out and logging in again. Maybe you need to download the latest update. My computer is running very slowly. You could say, you should back up your files and shut it down properly. Sometimes a fresh boot up helps. I want to share these photos with everyone. You might answer, you can upload them to a shared folder or sign up for a photo sharing service. Now, let's look at phrasal verbs for entertainment and leisure. These make conversations more fun and engaging. Turn up. This means to increase volume or to arrive. Can you turn up the music? He always turns up late to parties. Practice. Both meanings. Turn up the TV. I think John will turn up soon. Switch on and switch off. These are similar to turn on, off, but often used with electronics. Switch on the game console. Don't forget to switch off the lights. Try it. I switch on my favorite show every evening. Join in. This means to participate in an activity. Come and join in the fun. Everyone joined in singing Happy Birthday. Practice. I love to join in group activities. Show off. This means to display skills or possessions to impress others. He likes to show off his new car. Stop showing off and just play naturally. Try it. I don't like people who show off too much. Hang out. This means to spend time relaxing with friends. Let's hang out at the park today. I love hanging out with my college friends. Practice. Where do you like to hang out on weekends? Chill out. This means to relax completely. After a busy week, I just want to chill out at home. Let's chill out and watch a movie. Try it. Sometimes you need to chill out and forget about work. Let's practice an entertainment conversation. What do you want to do tonight? You might respond, let's just hang out and chill out. We can switch on a good movie and turn up the sound. There's a karaoke night at the cafe. You could say, that sounds fun. I'd love to join in, but I hope no one expects me to show off my singing skills. I'm so tired from work this week. You might answer, you need to chill out this weekend. Let's hang out and do something relaxing. Let's explore phrasal verbs about food and cooking. These are perfect for daily conversations. Heat up. This means to warm food or to become warm. I'll heat up some soup for lunch. The kitchen heats up quickly when I'm cooking. Practice. Can you heat up the leftover pizza? Cool down. This means to become cooler. Let the soup cool down before you eat it. I need to cool down with a cold drink. Try it. The coffee is too hot. Let it cool down first. Cut up. This means to chop or slice into pieces. Can you cut up these vegetables for me? I need to cut up the chicken for the recipe. Practice. I'll cut up some fruit for a snack. Mix up. This means to combine ingredients or to confuse things. Mix up the batter until it's smooth. I always mix up salt and sugar containers. Try both meanings. Don't mix up the ingredients, just mix them up well. Eat out. This means to have a meal at a restaurant. Let's eat out tonight instead of cooking. We eat out once a week as a treat. Practice. I love to eat out and try new restaurants. Order in. This means to have food delivered to your home. I'm too tired to cook. Let's order in. We usually order in pizza on Friday nights. I'd try it. It's raining, so let's just order in Chinese food. Let's practice a food conversation. I'm hungry, but I don't want to cook. You might respond, let's either eat out or order in. I can heat up some leftovers if you prefer. I'm making dinner for everyone tonight. You could say, great, I can help cut up the vegetables and mix up any sauces you need. This soup is too hot to eat. You might answer, just let it cool down for a few minutes. I always heat things up too much. Now let's look at phrasal. Verbs about plans and future activities. These are essential for making arrangements. Plan on. This means to intend to do something. I plan on visiting Europe next summer. What do you plan on doing this weekend? Practice. I plan on learning 3 new languages. Count on. This means to rely on or depend on something. You can always count on me for help. I'm counting on good weather for our picnic. Try it. I count on my morning coffee to wake me up. Look forward to. This means to anticipate with pleasure. I look forward to seeing you again soon. I'm looking forward to my vacation next month. Practice. I look forward to improving my English every day. Put off. This means to postpone or delay something. Don't put off your homework until tomorrow. I keep putting off going to the dentist. Try it. I shouldn't put off important tasks. Call off. This means to cancel something. We had to call off the picnic because of rain. The meeting was called off at the last minute. Practice. I hope they don't call off the concert. Go ahead. This means to proceed with something or to give permission. Go ahead and start without me. You can go ahead with your presentation now. Try it. Go ahead and ask me any questions you have. Let's practice a planning conversation. Are we still meeting tomorrow? You might respond, yes, I'm looking forward to it. You can count on me being there on time. I keep putting off my exercise routine. You could say, don't put it off anymore. Plan on starting this week and go ahead with it. The weather might be bad for our outdoor event. You might answer, let's not call it off yet. I'm counting on the forecast improving. Let's explore phrasal verbs about personal development and self-improvement. Work on. This means to try to improve or develop something. I'm working on my pronunciation. She's working on becoming more confident. Practice. I'm working on building better habits. Give in. This means to surrender or stop resisting. Don't give in to temptation. I finally gave in and bought the expensive shoes. Try it. I won't give in to negative thoughts. Take. Anchal. This means to accept a challenge or responsibility. I'm ready to take on this new project. She took on too many responsibilities at once. Practice. I want to take on more challenges this year. Build up. This means to increase gradually or develop strength. I'm trying to build up my confidence. Exercise helps build up your muscles and stamina. Try it. I'm working to build up my vocabulary. Break through. This means to overcome an obstacle or barrier. She finally broke through her fear of public speaking. Scientists are trying to break through to new discoveries. Practice. I need to break through my learning plateau. Move on. This means to progress to something new or recover from something. After finishing that project, let's move on to the next one. It's time to move on from past mistakes. Try it. I'm ready to move on to more advanced English topics. Let's practice a personal development conversation. I'm struggling with confidence issues. You might respond, you should work on building up your self-esteem. Don't give in to negative self-talk. Take on small challenges to build up your confidence. I made some mistakes in my last job. You could say, everyone makes mistakes. It's time to move on and break through to new opportunities. I feel overwhelmed by all my goals. You might answer, don't take on too much at once. Work on one thing at a time and build up gradually. Now let's practice some advanced phrasal verbs that will really make you sound like a native speaker. Come up with. This means to think of or produce an idea. I need to come up with a solution to this problem. Who came up with this brilliant idea? This is extremely common in both casual and professional settings. Practice. Let's come up with some new ideas for the project. Put up with. This means to tolerate something unpleasant. I can't put up with this noise anymore. How do you put up with such long commutes? Try it. I won't put up with rudeness from anyone. Get away with. This means to do something wrong without being punished. You can't get away with cheating on the exam. He always gets away with arriving late. Practice. I can't believe she got away with that excuse. Be looked down on. This means to consider someone inferior. Don't look down on people who are different from you. Some people look down on others because of their background. Try it. I never look down on anyone. We're all equal. Live up to. This means to meet expectations or standards. This restaurant doesn't live up to its reputation. I hope I can live up to my parents' expectations. Practice. The movie didn't live up to all the hype. Get along with. This is different from just get along. It means to have a good relationship with a specific person. I get along with most of my coworkers. Do you get along with your roommate? Try it. It's important to get along with your neighbors. Let's practice with these advanced phrasal verbs. We need a creative solution for this problem. You might respond, let's brainstorm and try to come up with some innovative ideas. I'm sure we can live up to the challenge. My neighbor plays music too loudly every night. You could say, you shouldn't have to put up with that. Maybe you can talk to them. But don't look down on them. Just explain the situation. He never follows the rules but never gets in trouble. You might answer, it's frustrating when people get away with bad behavior, but don't let it affect how you get along with others. Now let's do some comprehensive practice by creating scenarios where we use multiple phrasal verbs together. This is how native speakers really talk. Morning routine, scenario. I wake up at 6:30, but I don't get up until 7:00. First, I turn on my phone to check messages, then I get up and turn on the coffee maker. I put on my workout clothes and head out for a run. When I get back, I clean up, take off my sweaty clothes, and put on my work outfit. Before I set off for work, I always turn off all the lights and pick up my keys. Now you try creating your own morning routine using phrasal verbs. You can say, I wake up early, get up quickly, turn on the radio, put on comfortable clothes, and set off for my morning walk. Workday scenario. When I get to the office, I turn on my computer and check in with my team. If any problems come up, I look into them right away. I always follow up on yesterday's tasks and set up meetings for important projects. When clients call up with questions, I make sure to speak up clearly and help them figure out solutions. I never put off important work, and I always back up my files before I shut down my computer. Practice this work scenario. I show up to work on time, set up my workspace, look into any urgent issues, and work on completing my projects. Evening relaxation scenario. After work, I like to wind down and chill out. Sometimes I hang out with friends, or we might eat out at a nice restaurant. If I stay home, I might order in some food, turn on a good movie, and just relax. Before bed, I tidy up the living room, turn off all the electronics, and put away anything that's out of place. Try your own evening routine. I get home, change into comfortable clothes, heat up some dinner, turn on my favorite show, and wind down before bed. Now let's practice some real-life conversations that combine many phrasal verbs naturally. I'll give you different situations, and you can practice responding. At a coffee shop. Imagine you're meeting a friend at a cafe. Practice this conversation. Friend, sorry I'm late. My car broke down on the way here. You, don't worry about it. I just showed up myself. Did you call someone to look into the problem? Friend, yeah, I called up a mechanic. He said he'll look into it this afternoon. You, that's good. Let's not worry about it now. Let's just chill out and catch up. Planning a weekend. Practice this conversation about making plans. Friend, what do you want to do this weekend? You, I was thinking we could hang out and maybe check out that new restaurant. What do you think? Friend, sounds great. Should we set up a time to meet? You, how about Saturday evening? I can pick you up around 7. Friend, perfect. I'm really looking forward to it. At work, problem solving. Practice this workplace scenario. Colleague, we're running into some issues with the project timeline. You, let me look into what's causing the delays. We need to figure out a solution quickly. Colleague, the client keeps bringing up new requirements. You, we should set up a meeting to sort out exactly what they want. Then we can work out a realistic timeline. Shopping experience. Practice this shopping conversation. Salesperson, can I help you find anything? You, I'm looking for a jacket. Do you mind if I try on a few different styles? Salesperson, of course. Let me set up a fitting room for you. You, thanks. If I like something, can you set aside the other sizes while I think it over? Salesperson, absolutely. Take your time to think it over. Now let's work on some tricky phrasal verbs that even advanced learners sometimes mix up. Look versus look after versus look into versus look forward to. Look. Use your eyes to see. Look after. Take care of someone, something. Look into. Investigate or research. Look forward to. Anticipate with pleasure. Practice. I look after my plants, look into problems at work, and look forward to weekends. Turn on versus, turn up versus, turn into versus, turn out. Turn on, start a machine or switch. Turn up, an arrive or increase volume. Turn into, akar become or transform into. Turn out, that result in or attend an event. Practice. I turn on the radio. Turn up the volume when my favorite song comes on. And hope the evening turns out well when friends turn up for the party. Get up versus, get over versus, get along versus, get away. Get up, rise from bed or chair. Get over, recover from something. Get along, have a good relationship. Get away, escape or take a vacation. Practice. I get up early, get over my morning grogginess, get along well with my coworkers, and dream of getting away on vacation. Let's practice these in context. I can't get over how well you get along with everyone at work. You might respond, "Thanks." I find that if you get up with a positive attitude and don't let small problems get to you, it's easier to get along with people. I'm hoping to get away for a relaxing weekend soon, though. Now, let's work on phrasal verbs in different tenses. This is important because phrasal verbs change just like regular verbs. Present, past and future examples. I pick up groceries. I picked up groceries. I will pick up groceries. She shows up late. She showed up late. She will show up late. We hang out together. We hung out together. We will hang out together. Practice. Changing these tenses. I wake up early. Change to past and future. They set off on their trip. Change to past and future. He looks forward to vacation. Change to past and future. Continuous tenses. I am picking up my friend. Present continuous. I was picking up my friend. Past continuous. I will be picking up my friend. Future continuous. Practice. I am working on my English. I was working on my English. I will be working on my English. Perfect tenses. I have given up. Smoking. Present perfect. I had given up smoking. Past perfect. I will have given up smoking. Future perfect. Try. This. She has figured out the problem. She had figured out the problem. She will have figured out the problem. Let's practice some challenging conversations using different tenses. Have. You ever run into any celebrities? You might answer, I ran into a famous actor last year, but I was so shocked that I couldn't think of anything to say. I'm still getting over how embarrassed I felt. What did you end up doing last weekend? You could respond, I was planning to go out, but my friends called off our plans. I ended up staying in and catching up on some reading. I had been putting off finishing this book for months. Now let's focus on phrasal verbs that native speakers use constantly, but that textbooks often don't emphasize enough. Super common conversational phrasal verbs. Come on. This means hurry up or is used for encouragement. Come on, we'll be late. Come on, you can do it. This is used constantly in everyday speech. Go on. This means continue or proceed. Go on with your story. What happened next? Go on, tell me what you think. Hold on. This means wait a moment. Hold on, I need to check something. Hold on, let me get my keys. Carry on. This means continue doing something. Sorry for interrupting, please carry on. We'll carry on with the meeting after lunch. Practice using these in conversations. I can't find my wallet anywhere. Hold on, let me help you look for it. Come on, don't worry, we'll find it. Go on and check your jacket pockets. Gears. Of speech with phrasal verbs. Many phrasal verbs are used in common expressions. Things are looking up. This means the situation is improving. I'm fed up. This means you're tired of something. Annoying. Let's call it a day. This means let's stop. Working finish for today. Don't give up on me. This means don't stop believing in. You practice these expressions. I've been studying English for months, but I feel like I'm not improving. Don't give up. Things are looking up. Your English is definitely getting better. I know you might be fed up with grammar exercises, but keep going. Regional and cultural usage. Different. English-speaking countries sometimes prefer different phrasal verbs. British versus American usage. British, fill in a form. Because American, fill out a form. British, phone up someone versus American, call up someone. British, pop round, visit casually. As American, drop by. Formal. As informal, formal, investigate. As informal, look into. Formal, postpone. As informal, put off. Formal, tolerate versus informal, put up, with the informal phrasal verbs, are what you'll hear in real conversations. So focus on those. Common mistakes to avoid. Huns don't separate inseparable. Phrasal verbs. Wrong. I ran my old teacher into. Right. I ran into my old teacher. Don't put the object in the wrong place. Wrong. I'll pick up you at 7. Right. I'll pick you up at either. Don't forget particles in questions. Wrong. What time did you wake? Right. What time did you wake up? 4. Don't mix up similar phrasal verbs. Turn on, start, versus turn up. Arrive, increase volume. Look after, care for, versus look for, search for. Advanced practice, storytelling with phrasal verbs. Let's create a story using as many phrasal verbs as possible. I'll start, and then you can continue. Yesterday started out as a normal day. I woke up at 7, got up quickly, and turned on the news while I put on my work clothes. But when I set off for work, my car broke down. I had to call up a taxi and ended up showing up late to an important meeting. My boss wasn't happy, but I didn't let it get me down. Later, I ran into an old friend at lunch and we ended up hanging out for the whole afternoon. Things really turned around, and the day worked out better than I expected. Now you try creating your own story. Use phrasal verbs like wake up, get dressed, set off, run into, work out, turn out, etc. Phrasal verbs in questions. Practice asking questions with phrasal verbs. This is how native speakers really talk. What time do you usually get up? Who do you hang out with on weekends? What kind of music are you into? How do you deal with stress? Where did you grow up? What are you looking forward to? Now practice answering these questions using phrasal verbs in your responses. I get up around 7. I hang out with my college friends. I'm into jazz music. I deal with stress by working out. I grew up in a small town. I'm looking forward to my next vacation. Phrasal verbs for opinions and discussions. These are crucial for having deeper conversations. Bring up. Let me bring up an important. I want to point out. I'd like to point out that we're missing something. Think. Oversmite us. I need to think this over before deciding. Talk through. Let's talk through this problem together. Work out. We need to work out the details Practice a discussion. I've been thinking about changing careers. That's a big decision. What brought this up? Let's talk through your options and work out what would be best for you. Emotional. Phrasal verbs for deeper conversations. Break down. Become very upset. Open up. Share personal feelings. Bottle up. Keep emotions inside. Get over, recover from something. Difficult to move on. Progress past something. Build. First, gradually develop confidence, strength. Practice an emotional conversation. I've been bottling up my feelings about my job. You should open up about it. Don't let stress build up until you break down. Maybe it's time to get over your fears and move on to something better. Professional. Phrasal verbs. For work and business conversations, follow. Through. Complete what you promised. Touch. Base. Make contact to check progress. Scale up. Increase. In size or scope. Roll out. Introduce. Something new. Phase out. Gradually. Eliminate. Team up. Work. Together practice a business conversation. How's the new project coming along? We're ready to roll out the first phase next week. I'll touch base with the team to make sure everyone follows through on their commitments. If it goes well, we can scale up for the next quarter. Final practice. Natural conversations. Let's end with some completely natural conversations that flow like real English. Casual chat. Hey, how's it going? Not bad. I've been pretty busy lately. Work's been crazy, but I'm trying not to let it get to me. How about you? What have you been up to? Same here. I've been meaning to call you up for weeks, but things keep coming up. Want to hang out this weekend? Definitely. I could really use some time to chill out and catch up. Making plans. I'm thinking of setting up a dinner party next Saturday. Are you free? That sounds great. I'll check my calendar and get back to you. Should I bring anything? Just bring yourself. I'm really looking forward to it. It's been way too long since we've all gotten together. Problem solving. My computer's been acting up all week. That's frustrating. Have you tried shutting it down and starting it up again? Yeah, I've tried that. I think I need to back up all my files and take it in for repairs. Good idea. You don't want to lose everything if it completely breaks down. Remember, the key to mastering phrasal verbs is practice, practice, practice. Don't try to memorize them all at once. Instead, pick a few that are useful for your daily life and practice using them in real conversations. Start with the most common ones we've covered. Wake up, get up, turn on off, put on, take off, pick up. Drop off, call up, hang up. Look forward to, get along with, run into, hang out, work out, figure out, find out, sort out. Use these every day and gradually add more as you become comfortable. The more you use phrasal verbs, the more natural your English will sound. Thank you for spending these 2 hours with me practicing phrasal verbs. Remember, learning English is a journey, not a destination. Every conversation is an opportunity to practice. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how we learn and improve. Keep practicing these phrasal verbs in your daily conversations. Use them when you talk to friends, at work, when shopping, or even when talking to yourself. The more you use them, the more automatic they'll become. I hope you've enjoyed our time together and that you feel more confident using phrasal verbs in your English conversations. Remember, practice makes progress, not perfection. Keep up the great work, and I'll see you next time on Voice of English.